Chef Julian Slowik gathers his guests at Hawthorne one last time, not simply for dinner, but for the final course of his artistic vision. After a night filled with tension and carefully controlled chaos, he calmly thanks everyone for being part of his menu. His tone sounds sincere, almost peaceful. He speaks about dedication, discipline, and the endless pursuit of perfection, the sacrifices required to create something unforgettable. But slowly, something feels wrong. The calmness in his voice contrasts with the fear growing around the room. Guests begin to understand that this evening was never truly about food, and perhaps never meant to end with anyone leaving. The guests are dressed in chocolate capes and marshmallow hats, transforming into a living dessert, a human s'more. What once looked like luxury now feels ritualistic, almost surreal. The restaurant, once presented as a temple of fine dining, becomes a stage for a final performance, one carefully rehearsed long before the guests ever arrive. Slowik explains that each person represents the forces that destroyed his love for cooking. Critics who reduced art to opinions, wealthy elites who consumed experiences as status symbols, and investors who turned passion into product. To him, they are not diners anymore. They are ingredients. At this moment, the kitchen stops being a place of creativity and becomes a place of judgment. The precision of fine dining transforms into something darker, controlled without empathy. The staff ignites the fire. Flames slowly begin to consume the dining room, reflecting across silent faces as realization finally replaces denial. There is no panic from the chef, only acceptance. This scene is more than a shocking ending. It represents artistic burnout, the moment when creation loses meaning and perfection becomes a prison instead of a purpose. The line between genius and obsession completely disappears. The only person allowed to leave is Margot. Unlike the others, she never pretended to belong in this world. She reminds the chef of something simple he had forgotten long ago, that food was once meant to bring comfort, not superiority, not performance, not validation, just enjoyment. As the restaurant burns behind her, she eats a simple cheeseburger, imperfect, ordinary, and honest, a quiet contrast to everything that happened inside Hawthorne. For the first time in the film, food becomes human again. The ending of the menu leaves us with a question. What matters more, perfect art or genuine human satisfaction? And perhaps that question was the real final course all along.